Happy
All
New
right.
Year, Mags.
Happy New Year! Yay!
Do you have a nice break? Did you have time off, downtime, anything that?
I had actual downtime.
Yay.
Um, I mean, I also worked a little bit.
Mm.
But yeah, I actually had quite a relaxing time. So that was good. How was your break?
Oh, so good. So good. Yeah. I needed the rest. My brain has kind of been suddenly going, ooh, that's an idea. Ooh, ooh. But I've been very careful to not sort of go straight back into everything. I just need to take a little bit easier. I'll be so much the better for it. But yeah, I'm happy for the break, I must say.
Yeah, like I mean, we obviously we spoke about that before we took a break, like how important it is to sort of have that quiet time and have that space to think the things and
Mhm.
work through some of the kinks, I guess. So for me, I really needed to do that. Last year, as you know, was quite an eventful year,
Mhm.
especially in my personal life. Um, but it also had kind of left me a little unmotivated and uninspired for where I wanted to take my business. And so on one of the days, I reached out to our friend Tony. I was like, hey, do you have time for a conversation? Which he did because, and you know how good Tony is at hearing the things that you are not saying.
Oh, yes.
And then asking you questions about it and making you feel uncomfortable.
If you can imagine someone like looking through a blind and they sort of just peel it open a little bit and look out, that's how I see Tony looking into people's brains. Just sort of going, ooh, that's interesting.
but it was really good because we're in this place in the year, like the start of the year, and we're all trying to sort of work out what our goals are going to be and where we want this year to be. And I really struggled to figure out what I wanted to do next. And so I had a conversation about it with Tony, and he was like, but where do you want to go? Like, where do you want your life to, what do you want your life to be? Right. I'm like, oh, I don't know. And he
Very,
goes like, I mean, very big, profound
yeah, I was
questions,
going to say,
right?
it's such a, I had poignant, but profound was the word I was looking for. Such a profound question to ask.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I don't know. And he goes like, well, then you're not going to figure out the direction of your business because you need to first figure out what the direction of your life is so that you can then make your business contribute to that.
Mm.
Right. So, and, and in that sort of, I think, and you just said it as well, right? Like you're trying not to get into the nitty gritty of it too quickly.
Yeah.
And I think this is something we do, like because sometimes it's more comfortable to focus on what are my goals? What are the steps? What
Yeah.
do I need,
Oh,
right? Like, what
give
is
me a
the
step.
number?
You know me.
What is the
Process.
number? How do we get to the number? But we don't, there's a real value into that introspection. And I think that's also why rest is so important so that we have space to do that introspection. And it was so helpful. I mean, this was the whole reason why I asked you the conversation to begin with. So I was like, I'm getting stuck in my own head, right? Like I'm just thinking the same circle over and over again. Like I don't want that. And a lot of it is, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I also
Yeah.
don't want that. I don't like that. Um, but for someone to then go like, yeah, but what are you working towards?
Yeah.
Because you need to know that in order to set the goals that are gonna light you up and that are going to feel intrinsically motivating, right?
Yeah.
So
I think we did so much work last year on what we didn't want. And I think that was actually valuable. So I did my year in review and had a look back at what had been achieved. And I think the biggest thing that I achieved was the confidence that I could change the business and still be there and be able to move forward. And I reflect on quite a bit of what we did together. And it
Mm.
was, I think we've mentioned it before in one of the other podcasts of, we sat in this room and you're writing on a flip chart and you said to me, so what are we doing here? And I just went, I don't want to do this anymore. And I think that was the turning point to go, well, what do I want? And I think this has also been the space that I needed to work out really where I wanted to go next. Because
Mm.
sometimes you don't have the whole plan when you make a decision to not do something.
Yeah.
And it's
And
hard to
and
do
I
it. Like genuinely, it's very hard to go, I don't see what's next, but I know this is not working anymore. So I'm going to stop that and then work out the next bit. It'll happen, it'll come, but it was I think there was a bit of doubt there for a couple of months where it's like, is this a good thing? Am I, doing the right thing? Yeah. And I mean for you, I think you went through the same thing and we're trying to now articulate what we love and what our business really is. But I'm finding it easier to do that now than I could 6 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it's and it's part of our evolution and our growth as human beings. And and all of this comes into it. This is why I often say, like, starting your own business is like extreme self-development, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like an extreme sport, but
Yeah.
because like all of your shit comes up, right? Like all of it. And so the invitation that Tony gave there to say, like, hey, go back to who you are,
Mm,
and everything else will follow from there, right? Like once you have a direction, then you can start thinking of the steps to get there and how you want to um, bring that into the world. But first, you need to figure out what it is you're trying to bring into the world. And I think it's so beautiful as well because we're talking about motivation as well, right? Like it can be really difficult to keep showing up every day for your business. Sometimes it's hard work to do that.
yeah.
But when we are trying to do something that is personal to us and important to us, and that is not a number, right? Like that is not, oh, I want to make this much money. It's I want to make this much money so that I can do this, so that I can, right? Like and it's all the layers. It's working all those layers down to get into, this is what I want to. I mean, you can't see it because I blurred my background, but there's that sign behind me that says here to have impact, right?
Mm,
Like, what is the impact you want to have during your lifetime? And those things that are so personal to us will motivate us on the hardest days, on the days that we don't want to do our admin, on the days that we, like all of the nitty gritty, on the days when we get turned down, or like we need to have that inner flame that keeps us going. Because if we don't work from there, it's hard to keep going and to build something that is sustainable and remains fun. And it doesn't have to be static, right? Like what we decide to do this year doesn't have to be what we do 5 years from now.
yeah.
But ideally, it works towards
Yeah. The
a
direction.
similar direction.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, can we do it now? Like driving a car, and it might be a Mini, it might be a Ferrari, the car, it's still driving. And then you might take a different road than someone else. You're still in your car, you're still moving along, but maybe you don't like your car anymore. So you'll buy a different car and then you'll keep going again. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's an interesting one. What type of car do you want to drive, Julie?